Okay, so let's continue. I've been testing or looking my vehicle and comparing with a couple of images I found. Now you can see here there are a couple of things that are not. This part is not visible here, so that's maybe because I have cloned the front part to the back part. But these elements are not in this particular view, so I will going to remove them. The same happened with this element because yeah, those elements were used for the lights, and in the back part we don't have front light, so that makes sense. So other than that, it's almost the same. Maybe there is a couple of adjustment that could be done. I mean, let me see if I have the, yeah, they are linked, so I will not going to modify them. I will going to make this unique to keep them different, and I will, oh, I forgot that I made this change in the front, so the back part has been changed. So you can see here this have something smaller because there's no lights there, so maybe I have to make some adjustment here. I will going to connect, for example, or just I can just extrude this face. I'm not sure which method will going to work better. I think I will going to connect all these parts by half, and then I will going to select this face and this other face and make a bridge. Okay, something like this will works for me, and I will move this a little bit up. You can see here this is rounded. For this I will select this edge here, and I will going to make chamfer. I can do something like this. So that's it. I think this is the right adjustments. Not too much difference between them, but yeah, they are not exactly the same. Something that I was wrong. Okay, so this is it. This is the part fixed. This element needs to be, let me see, I will move these parts a little bit to the side. Yeah, just something like this. Okay, and finally all these elements. Let me see what is missing here. Yeah, all these elements needs to be moved. Let me see, there's no any missing. Okay, so they need to be remember to press Alt D to keep the restricted when moving using a snap. Okay, so this is more or less what I want. Now it's looks more close to this view. Also, there's a missing thing I did for the front that I have to replicate here, and is this particular part. So I will make another mirror, this time on X. I will move them, and as before, this should be placed something like here. Okay, this will be the right place to be the alignment. This element, it's not here. I think I will going to clone this object here too. I will make a mirror as instance. Everything's okay, so let's move them, but I think they need to be more separated. I'm not sure. This is not completely this is not visible at all, so I will move this to this place. I will make unique. I will make unique to move these parts, this vertex, something like this. So right now I have it. Also, I need to move this element to the right position. Okay, I will delete the symmetry. I will repeat it later. I will increase the distribution. Okay, so that's it. I'm not sure, but it works and it looks good enough. Okay, so let's repeat the symmetry for these three objects. Flip and center to this part. Okay, so now you have it. You can see here, if I see my model from behind, it looks quite similar. The details, everything looks, this is the part that is still missing. I mean, this big cylinder needs to be, I think needs to be bigger, because it goes directly to this top part. I mean, they have to be more or less to this size. So I will going to increase the size. This will, and later I will move up. This will looks better for me. Maybe it's not too way back, it's more short. The first part is almost at the same side, something like, I mean, the first part should be something like this. Yeah, it should be something like this. And then the second part, the inner cylinder, it's a little bit away. Okay, so right now it's having more sense to me. This, like you can see here, this is not a perfect cylinder. It has some sort of different fix here, so I will add editable poly, and I will take a look how to fix it. I don't think I will takes me less time to create a circle from a start, and maybe make the adjustment using simple lines. So I will convert this circle to editable spline, and having this I can make some sort of adjustment. I'm not sure exactly how can I do it a better way, but let me see. Okay, let's create a rectangle to cut the top part. Let's align it. I will select both of them. Oops. I will align both objects in X this time. I will going to convert to editable spline. I will going to attach, and I will going to make a Boolean operation of subtraction. So this is what I have. Now having this element, yeah, it looks more close to the reference. I can, for example, extrude. Okay, so that's it. I can extrude this object. I will going to delete this one. I will try to be more precise in this place. Okay, start exactly when it needed. I will increase the size, the size, and yeah, it's more something like this. I still think I need to move up. Now you can see here I can select this vertex and move them up. Yeah, to have something like this. I will I'm not completely sure, but it looks better from my point of view, more close to the reference, because yeah, this is, I think this is it. I will going to scale from the center. Okay. Okay, so having this element right now, I will move and augment the interpolation. I will remove the start and the end cap, and I will use the shell modifier to give inner, wow, to give inner thickness. So this is more or less what I want. I will take a look to this. Something like this. Something like this. Okay, so I think it's looking good. I will scale it, and this gives me more sense to all the things I haven't made here. I forgot, I have to group these elements to avoid this manual placement all the time. Okay, so right now I have my elements working more or less exactly what I want. They are, yeah, they are behaving more or less what I want. I think, let me think this good. I think this needs to be a little bit up, and this needs to be a little bit down. Yeah, to avoid this issue when they are touching each other. So I think they needs to be okay. I think I'm not sure. I'm still thinking this is the way, even higher, but maybe I think this is the way. Let's move this a little bit to keep the curve. Okay. Okay, let's continue with. Okay, so I think I will finish this, modifying this. This operation here is not good enough, but I will fix it later. Okay, let's select again my wing and place in there a little bit separated. Okay, something like this I think is the good enough. I now am seeing more or less exactly what I want. Okay, well, what else I need to do right now? So from the back part I need to create again a cylinder. I will create one cylinder here. I will going to align to the front one, X and Y, and I will move to the right place. What I will going to create is the back part, like you can see here. I can use the snap, and it's just a matter of working with editable poly. So I will going to convert to editable poly, and I will work manually. So like you can see here, I am looking this detail here, so I have to extrude. You can extrude, scale, and then extrude again. These have a couple of details quite interesting, but I'm not sure if I have enough time to go this deeper. So I'm not sure if I have to leave this way, or maybe later I can add this information. Okay, I will going to insert and extrude. Finally, we're going to insert again, and I think that's all. I will collapse all of these. Okay, that's it. Well, so that's it. I think this is exactly what I want. Maybe a little bit less extruded. Okay, so that's right. I think this is what I need. I will make an adjustment here. I will move this close to this part. The front view of this, like you can see here, is something that I'm missing. I forgot to make this adjustment, so I will insert here, and I will make an extrusion, another inset, and another extrusion. In case I want to have these parts rounded, I can use the chamfer, like you can see here. I can double click and make a chamfer to keep things rounded, but it's not needed in my case because right now I'm not doing a completely detailed information. It's just more a basic one. So okay, this is more or less my element. It's looking good from the behind. From behind, like you can see here, it's have the shape of a cross. I will add a smooth modifier to auto smooth the geometry, and the cross needs to be a rectangle. I will going to create a rectangle again, something like this. I will going to rotate 90 degrees, and that's all. I will going to convert to editable spline, attach, and later I will going to make an union between them. Now I can select all the vertex, convert to corner, or even I can fill it to give a more rounded shape. So having this cross element, I will going to add an extrusion, and I will going to use as boolean to make a boolean operation with this object. How deep is not something I really know exactly, so I will going to make a compound through boolean. I will start picking, and that's all. You can see here, this is my element, almost finished. I really feel tempted to create these details. I mean, it's a cross, it's some sort of a cross. Maybe I even can use the same cross of I made before, but now I will going to create another one from scratch. This will going to be another rectangle, something like this. I will going to rotate 90 degrees, again convert to spline, attach. I don't have even to attach. I just let me think a little bit. I will going to make just one, and I will going to replicate. I mean, I will going to create just one of the parts of this element as corner. Yeah, In fact, I will going to do something like this, and I will going to add an extrusion, and I will going to make the adjustment in editable poly. I will going to convert to editable poly. If you saw this, like you can see here, the extrusion has not capped at top, start and end, so I have repeat. So what I will going to do is just something like this. I will going to move the vertex to the right position, and I think that's all. In top view I can reduce this something like this, and this is exactly what I want. So right now what I need is going to the right to this view. I will going to rotate using an external point of view pivot. I will going to select the object, and now I can rotate 90 degrees 3 times as instance, and that's all. So you can see here I have my element. I will select all of the elements with the same color, and this is it. Yeah, it looks better. Again, I will move this element. I don't know how many times I moved this object because I forgot to group. Let me see where it is. Oops. Come on, you need to be here. Okay, to avoid repeating this task again, I will going to group this thing as wing. Okay, so things are almost complete. Here I need, let me see something here. I think I have something that is not right, but I will not going to worry about. It's not a big deal. Okay, so the final thing I need, like you can see here, there's a internal support. It could be something like the cross I made. There are like a lot of things that could be done. So let's save, continue later.